Tim Onlu goes over a tenth of a second fast.
Ladies, gentlemen, and others, welcome to the second round of the Formula Trout Premier Series. And today, well, we should be under the nightlights, judging by this track, but we're not because the game doesn't like it. Yet we are here at the Bahrain International Circuit for round 2 of the Formula Trout Premier Series. It is the 6 AM Films Bahrain Grand Prix, and of course we've got all of the Challenger Split action to look forward to right now. Just under 13 minutes left in qualifying. My name is Ross McIntyre. Alongside me, as always, and on the broadcast as well, is the one and only Alex Cochran. How are we doing, Alex?
Yeah, very good. Exciting race ahead, so yeah, can't wait.
Oh, neither can I. And joining us tonight for a very special, well, I guess a live stewarding kind of thing is, well, it's Christoph Boser. Hello, Christoph.
Hello.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. Well, you just kind of hear as a last minute thing, so yeah, we'll just see how it goes. If anyone's unfamiliar with Mr. Boser, Christoph is typically the live steward during the Challenger Split races, but he's going to be here now. So if there's a crash, we can be like, "Oh, Christoph, do you think they were evil?" And then Christoph can say something, and we all think he's a bit rude and unnice. But yeah, we are here at the Bahrain International Circuit, 5.4 kilometers or 3.4 miles around here with 15 turns to boot. It's a track that is more used to seeing night running nowadays than it is during the day, but we're here during the day anyway because Assetto Corsa doesn't like the night race. And well, of course, we were here for the opening round of the season last time out in Season 8, and it was a race of very, very high attrition. And well, we saw last time out in Australia that these new Formula Hybrid 2021 cars are not the easiest to drive compared to last season, so we could be seeing a fair few spins around here. That's a good time to talk about what happened last year here in Bahrain, or last season rather, it was earlier this year here in Bahrain. Anyway, Max Hammerlink won the Master Split, Mustafa Moradi won the Challenger Split race, and it started Hammerlink's streak of being on the podium in every single race on his way to a very dominant championship. Schilder was on pole position here with a time of a 1:25.921. That is a Formula Trout total lap record around here at Bahrain, but he span out in the race and ended up not finishing actually. It was also Moradi's first of 2 wins out of 2 races in the Challenger Split before he very quickly found his way into the Master Split. He would have a win in that split by the end of the season. And well, as I said, Schilder put it on pole, but just had a dreadful time, couldn't get used to the car. The reigning champion was just not having it at all. And, well, yeah, super high attrition rate. And judging from what we saw in Australia, we could be seeing that here today. Nicholas Shepherd looking very, very quick out there at the moment. Currently sitting on provisional pole with a 1:29.037 with 10 minutes to go. Shepherd was looking the quickest throughout the practice sessions. He's also sponsoring this race. Of course, this is the 6 AM Films Bahrain GP. 6 AM Films, I assume they're a media company that Shepherd either owns or works with, and they actually they capture marching bands in the United States, which is well, it's a pretty niche thing, but I thought it was pretty cool. Did a bit of research into them, so they're you can go find them on YouTube. They basically record marching bands, so I thought that was pretty cool. If you're into that sort of stuff, you should go check them out over on YouTube and all their social media stuff. I thought it was quite cool. So Nicholas Shepherd, the American driver, will be looking to do well here today. That being said, Turner's just gone to the top with a 1:29.005. This is very, very early on into the session, and we are already almost... In fact, no, we are within a tenth of the Master Split pole times from last season. And bear in mind, these cars are supposed to be slower than that of last season as well. Of course, the Formula Hybrid 2021 from RaceSim Studios, based upon the 2021 Formula 1 regulations, including all of the floor cutting away bits that is supposed to slow the car down. So it's, well, be interesting to see. Race winner last time out in Australia in the Challenger Split, Samuel Ward, 1 race win, and he's already in the Master Split. He's already got a seat over at Volpino Arctico. So you won't be seeing him again until later on this evening. So, well, unfortunate loss for the Challenger split, but I'm sure he's going to be right up there and fighting in the Master split. We saw straight away in Australia that he is a driver who was just ready already. Yeah, well, not really a lot more else to say about that. He was looking very, very phenomenal out there, and I'm excited to see what he is able to do as we are looking forward. Currently following around Jace Merrick, another American driver. Lots of American drivers in the Challenger split this season. Had a big uptake of Americans, which is you know, great to see. Of course, this is an international sim racing championship. After all, Formula Trout is the well, it's the premier single-seater series in Assetto Corsa sim racing. So it's well, it's a pleasant surprise, yet unsurprising to see us attracting so many people from all across the globe. And well, Jace Merrick has been around in the community a little while, but has decided to take the dip in and start driving. And it'll be interesting to see how he fares out there today. Unfortunately, Ty Ison, well, he has retired again from Formula Trout. He was looking like he was going to race today. He's changed his mind. He's not going to be able to do that. And then he is stepping back once again. So, unfortunately for any Ty Ison fans out there, he will probably not be back. Well, he's officially retiring, so he won't be back. But realistically, he'll be back by the end of the season, knowing him. That's not a dig. That's just what he does. He goes away and then gets bored and comes back. That's Ty for you. Get used to him if you are, well, not used to him. And well, here we should see Jace Merrick coming towards the end of his lap. One turn to go at the final corner. Very, very easy on the throttle out of here. Very easy to get a snap oversteer and spin on the way out. Well, we've already got a new lap record, a 128.189 from Ollie Gibson. Jace Merrick is not going to break that, but stays in P5 with a 129.208. Now, Alex. Oh, there's Thomas Marshall off the road. Alex, now's your time to shine again. I'm going to use you, and actually Christoph might actually ask you the same thing in a moment. You guys are Master Split drivers, so you kind of vaguely know what you're talking about more than I do in this bit. Bahrain. It's quite a tricky track. Just to run us through what it takes to get it right round here.
Yes, this is obviously, we had Australia last time, which is a bit of a street circuit. Bahrain is, you know, dedicated race circuit, and it's really tough in these cars. It's a really limited circuit, and these cars without the you know, the reduced rear aero really struggle around here. The slow corners, it's easy to overcook it. The fast corners just don't have the confidence, the rear grip we had last season to send the car into the corner. As you said, we seem to have already beat the lap times, so the car is faster around here, but it's much harder to drive. I know a few people I've spoke to have been really struggling here, so it'll be really interesting to see how, you know, the Challenger split and later the Master split actually manage in the race. You know, as you said, last season there was quite a high attrition rate. Might be higher this season, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, well, we'll just have to wait and see. Indeed. Now, Christoph, this will be your first race this season, stepping in for Max Hammerlink over at Nova Finlandia. And well, how are you feeling? Right, what? No, I'm so sorry. You're driving for Griffin. I lied. Ignore me. My brain has had it's been a long day. Okay. I've been working. Just let me off. You're standing in at Griffin for Andreas Schilder. There we go. Got there in the end. Your first race of the season. How are you feeling looking into it?
Mixed feelings. As it is, as you pointed out before, a very difficult track. It is very different in these cars compared to last season's car. So it's more of a game of surviving the race than pushing as hard as you can.
Well, indeed, as we're seeing, that's Mike Thompson off the road now, as well as we're getting into crunch time in qualifying. The Bahrain International Circuit, it's a surprisingly undulating track, lots of you know, vertical changes. It's very quick as well. It's on a bit of a hill almost, lots of up and down. So there's lots of brake bias changes throughout the lap, lots of little changes throughout the lap that you've got to make to the car. The top guys will be changing the brake bias, changing the differential into every single corner around here. It is that precise. Chevy Hufana having actually no, I think it was coming out the pits. And there's Adam Woodward facing the wrong way as well in the Bag Academy car. Heavy braking zones everywhere as well, so we should be seeing plenty of overtaking. And it will not be kind on battery or tyres. Hybrid systems are going to suffer here just from the high speed, long straight nature of the track. And as well, the tyres. This should be a night race usually in real life. It's not here. It's high temperatures. Lots of stress on the tyres through lots of high-speed corners. Could be potentially seeing a two-stop round here. I would not be surprised if that was the case. A little over 3 minutes to go now in qualifying for round 2 of the Formula Trout Premier Series Challenger Split. Of course, if you are new to Formula Trout, hello and welcome along for starters. And second of all, 2 splits. Alright, well, the 2 divisions running here, shall we say. You've got the Challenger Split first for the up-and-coming stars of tomorrow. And then you've got the Master Split for the fastest drivers in Assetto Corsa racing. And, well, you'll be seeing Alex and Christoph out there later. Oh, well, I'm not sure they'll be the fastest. I'm joking, don't hurt me. But yeah, you will be seeing Alex and Christoph out there later, fighting it out with the rest of them. And, well, potentially you could be seeing a few of these guys out there next time round, because the winner of the last Challenger Split race, Samuel Ward, driver I'd never heard of before, turned up, won the race by like 40 seconds, there's got himself a Master Split drive. Similar thing happened last season. Toby Sanford did one race in the Challenger Split, didn't win, came home with 5th, but immediately got the Octane drive, and he's a #1 driver at Octane this season, up in the Master Split. Mustafa Moradi again won the first 2 races, found his way up into Volpino Racing. Volpino seems to have a thing for bringing on up-and-coming talents, don't they? So you will see, you know, drivers getting promoted throughout the season. On board with Andrea Chianini into turn 1, very, very hard on the brakes. Get the car turned in. Try not to over-rotate on the rear. Now you've got to be as flat through here as you possibly can, but don't try and spin up the rears. Don't run the curb on the exit of turn 3. Now brake bias rearwards and braking at about 75 meters. Turn in. Actually, surprisingly early. It's a very weird corner. You want to run slightly wider than that, Andre. You want to take that curb, clip that outside curb, turn in. Now turn in again. This should be flat in this car. That was pretty terrible, to be honest, but we'll look past that. Brake bias forwards, braking, turning in, about 2nd gear through there, now hard on the throttle out of there, foot to the floor. Now this is the hardest corner on the circuit, turn 10, you're braking and turning all the same time. You've got a lot lock up on that is what Andre he's done. He's locked the rears, very, very easily done to be fair, because you're running the brake bars to the rear so you don't lock the fronts. And he's just caught a rear brake and around he goes. Wasn't the cleanest of lap anyway, so perhaps saved himself a bit of embarrassment with a poor time there. But that was about half a lap of the Bahrain International Circuit. Ollie Gibson on an Alistair Pollock off the road as well. He had it wasn't too bad last time out in Australia, to be fair. I think he was one of the drivers who was suffering from some spins. But overall, it was a pretty decent performance. As we're just waiting to come to the conclusion of this qualifying session. And there is Angel Bernabe, the Bernabe himself. Another driver. Was he there last time? I think he was there last time. I'll double check that now, but he was another driver pretty strong last time out, if I am so correct. And well, there's not really much else to say. 20 seconds left in this qualifying session, as we're well, waiting to get going once again. And Bernabe coming through a little bit cleaner than Andrea Chianini, clipping all the right curbs as well. And that was really good through there. You want to be right on it through there. Again, it's a very high downforce circuit, very, very precise. You want to run the outside curb. Actually, it's quicker to take a wider line through that corner, strangely enough. Because you can get a straighter braking zone and carry more speed into the entry. It's very counterintuitive. Qualifying is over. Checkered flag is out. Could have been a bit further over. Had to scrub off a lot of front end speed there. We'll run with Angel Bernabe. Even apologies to the end of this lap. Penultimate corner, very, very tricky again. It's deceivingly tight, deceivingly late as well. The corner looks very open and then suddenly isn't, but it's going to be Bernabe rounding the final corner in a moment's time to complete his final qualifying run. Runs it to the curb on the exit, doesn't spin the car, The DRS will be wide open, the hybrid button, the boost will be absolutely flat out. Goes to P9 with a 129. It's Ollie Gibson though. First driver into the 127s. It's a 127.943 from Ollie Gibson in the Lioneers car. Can anybody get close to that? Turner's currently P2. Merrick coming in from P3. He won't be improving on that time. Luca Dolciotti currently on a lap, coming into the final few corners now. And, no, apparently he's, yep, he is coming into the final few corners. I got confused by that camera angle. And it's not going to be an improvement from Dolciotti, I don't think. No, it is not. So it looks like it will be Ollie Gibson on pole position here for round 2. Christoph Turner is coming into the pits, so he won't be improving either. Christoph Turner P2, Jace Merrick P3, and then Nicholas Shepherd P4. Case Willems rounding out your top 5 there. Great lap from Ollie Gibson. Of course, that is a new total lap record round here at the Bahrain International Circuit, breaking the lap time set by Andreas Schilder last year in qualifying. That was a 125.921. The real lap record round here is a 131.447, which was set by Pedro de la Rosa back in 2005. So we have absolutely smashed that. As you'd expect, though, typically sim racing lap times a couple seconds quicker than that of real life, especially in Assetto Corsa. That will be your qualifying session, though, for the Challenger Split. And, well, Gibson, what a lap there, Alex.
Yeah, really impressive lap. Not far off Turner, and Merrick, in fact, just a 10th, but shows you the margins we're dealing with there. I think the top 4 there are all within 2 tenths, but yeah, the 27.9's a really impressive time, especially for Challenger Split. Put him in very good position for the race. It's not a massive run down to the first corner here. It's kind of hard to make it work with the kink coming out of the turn 1, so yeah, he's definitely in a good spot for the race. See how it goes. Obviously, strategy's a thing. As you said, 2 stoppers may be a possibility. I'll doubt it, but the tyres are super high degradation here. So, if there's going to be a track where it might be here. So there might be a 2-stop. It quite possibly could be here. We'll see how it goes.
Well, that was a pretty solid answer from one Alex Cochran there. It will be Ollie Gibson on pole position, though. As you said, though, it's very difficult to keep it down into turn 1. Not only is it a short run, it is a very, very wide front straight. You will see them at least running 4 wide down into turn 1. Someone will send a dive bomb up the inside of about 20 different cars, and it will end in tears. I can guarantee you that. Apparently, Nicholas Shepherd's on pole. That's a lie. That's wrong. Ignore the graphic. But there is Ollie Gibson. Apparently, he's P3. That's classic Assetto Corsa, I suppose. As we're just waiting for the countdown to the green lights. Shouldn't be, green lights, red lights rather, apologies. Shouldn't be too long now, though. As you can see there, that is a very professional looking TV screen in the top left of your screen. As you get a nice camera pan. The most professional league here at Formula Trout. As we're just waiting for a few drivers to come in and take up their places on the grid, I believe. Hopefully we'll be seeing the Mercedes of one Alex Cochran teleporting away in a moment as well. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, Alex. That's Christoph. Christoph. Apologies.
I will
Christoph
be gone.
away. There you go. He will be gone. He's not got the app installed. Shocking behaviour. The lights, though, coming on now. Lights out, we're underway here in Bahrain. It's a good start from Ollie Gibson. The second phase is strong, so we will maintain the lead into turn 1. Anybody gonna try the dive bomb up the inside, though? Here we go. Oh, there's someone off of the outside. There's someone off of the inside. Someone spinning. Oh, that's the Case Willems round there, I think. And they're all round. Oh, it's an absolute disaster class in the background. Oh, my goodness me. It's exactly what we predicted. Absolutely everyone off. Ollie Gibson leads from Turner, from Shepherd, though. Case Willems got a tag round. Oh, big wobble there from Shepherd coming out of turn 4. Case Willems in P4, though. He got a big tag round on the first lap. Dolciotti up to P5. That's a great start from him. Thompson to P6. Bernabé to P7. Merrick's dropped back massively down to P8. Thomas Marshall, I think, was the big spinner, the big loser there, down to P17. Not the start he would have wanted. Mike Thompson trying to defend, unable to defend. Into turn 10, was there contact there? Oh, there was contact. I'm just trying to gauge what's gone on screen there. It's just chaos here on lap 1, but what else would you expect from the Challenger split? It always is chaos. Case Wilhelms somehow holding on to P4 after all of that. There's Christoph Turner, the solo driver, chasing down Ollie Gibson, leading the race, surely for the first time after this next corner. And it will be lap 1, led by Ollie Gibson here. Lap 1 of 37, of course, just under 200 kilometers here at Bahrain. Angel Bernabei in P5 gets Dolciotti done, and he's going for the move as well on Willems, I believe. I lied, apologies, I didn't need to cough there. My throat decided to suddenly kill itself again, but no, it's Dolciotti on Bernabei. So Dolciotti fights back into turn 1 hard on the brakes. Our first DNF of the night. Thomas Marshall already out of the race. Oh, very close between Bernabei and Dolciotti. Oh, Jakes Merrick comes through. Three-way fight there. Jakes Merrick pops through on the C3 tyres. Wow, what a move. It's a double move from Jakes Merrick, the young American, sliding his way up into P5. Awesome stuff there. Takes Bernabei and Dolciotti just like that. That was amazing stuff. And Bernabei has to bat his eyelids in the eyes. Bill, Bernabei goes round. Spins the wheels, cutting out of the hairpin. Another very easy mistake to make. And he is facing the wrong way. And he is falling down to P15. And it is a disaster for Angel Bernabei. Oh, and he's gone off again. Those tyres, oh, surely. Hotter than a roast dinner just out the oven. And that's Alex's camera car. And that is Ollie Gibson leading this race in the Lioneers car. Of course, Ollie Gibson had a, well, he had a decent result last time out, of course. P2, it was a Lioneers 2-3, Gibson second, Case Willems third. And, well, that's, well, it's great stuff for them, isn't it? It was their goal this season to be the championship, well, the main championship contenders. They finished third in the championship last season. And, well, this year they decided it was their time, shall we say. It's their moment. You see Mario Linda making moves on Canini there. Actually, no, apologies. It was Willems that finished ahead of Gibson. I do apologise. It was Willems second, Gibson third. Oh, that's a big dive from, that's Canini there on Carter Jackson. That was a big, big dive. My goodness me. And, well, no guesses for what tribute that livery is for. It's, well, I think that's pretty obvious who they're paying tribute for, shall we say, for Chevy Hafana and Carter Jackson. Ooh, that's another big, big lunge as well from Hafana on Canini. They're all lunging at the moment. The two Rising Sun Racing guys trying their absolute hardest to make the moves. I'm not too sure why they're wanting a tribute livery to Renault, because well, they haven't actually said anything about it. Typically, you find teams making a couple announcements, but no, guess not. I guess Gibson there with the fastest lap of the race. Adam Woodward in P7 at the moment, trying desperately to stay in front of Mario Linda behind in the Griffin Gaming red car. Linda, the reserve driver for the team, replacing Bertan Lutels tonight. The Estonian doing a phenomenal job out there. There is Luca Dolciotti still holding on. There goes Woodward to the inside, up into turn 4, hard on the brace, easily done in the Bag Academy car. Oh, Linda's going to get through as well. Nice stuff from Mario Linda. Really nice stuff. Up into P7 he goes. Oh, that was silky smooth from the number 66, wasn't it? On here, lap 4 of 37 here in Bahrain. Oh, Bernabei round again. Oh, and Alistair Pollock's had a rough time, I think, as well, because he's gone backwards in the Nova Finlandia Academy car. Bernabei, though, round again. Shepherd in P3, closing down on Turner in P2. Bernabei round yet again. And I think he's parked. No, he is reversing onto the track. Those tyres, I'm surprised he's still on those tyres. I would have come straight in if I was him after the first spin, frankly. Of course, the tyres being run here by these Formula Hybrid cars. You have 5 compounds of tyres available, complete free choice. Shepherd with the fastest lap of the race there, a 1:30.326. You're all and Shepherd actually go for the move on Turner and gets through. There goes Nicholas Shepherd. Up into P2, the driver who is sponsoring this race and was looking so quick all through practice. Turner isn't going to take no for an answer though. He's trying to fight back around the outside. Unfortunately for him though, Bahrain is so wide. It is a track that allows you to defend and get away with it almost. Down into turn 1, you can utilize all that width if you're smart. You can, if you're pushing to the inside, defending to the inside, you can pull out wide at the last moment to get a good exit and just defend on the exit of the corner as well. So it will be Shepherd up to P2. That was a, well, a very nice move there from Shepherd. Christoph, can we, well, I mean, are we expecting to see this battle continue on?
I hope so, yes.
Now, that was a pretty solid answer. Thank you very much, Christoph Berzer. I mean, I know you're trying to race direct at the same time, but, oh, there goes Thompson. Dolciotti's made the mistake. Thompson sees the gap and tries to go for it and does go for it. Oh, and Hafana, apologies, it's Hafana and Kanini. And Kanini doesn't get it. Kanini does not get the move done on Chevy Hafana. Ooh, Jace Merrick's already on Case Wilhelms. And Case, a race winner last time out, or a race winner last season rather, at Monza. And a podium finisher last time out. It's not quite going how we would have wanted. This time he's going to try and fight back to the inside. Super late on the brakes. And it's Case Wilhelms holding on to P4 for the time being. How will the American driver of Jace Merrick fight back though? Wilhelms all the way to the inside, trying to break the toe. Merrick doesn't follow him. Obviously sees no point so far. There is Mike Thompson in P10. Hafana trying to chase him down as well. If you are just joining us, you've missed a pretty hectic opening 6 laps here in Bahrain, and it's possibly about to get a little bit more hectic. Merrick once again on the back of Wilhelms, and Shepherd has made a mistake somewhere because Turner's squeezed back through up into second. Merrick still trying on Wilhelms. All while Turner and Shepherd are fighting, Gibson is just streaking away. 3 seconds now is the gap. On board with Shepherd. Tries to get the exit onto the main straight. He'll have the DRS and the battery. And he'll have the tow as well. Oh, this is going to be easy, isn't it? And, well, Shepherd. I chose really not to say anything there, because actions speak louder than words. And that was super easy for Nicholas Shepherd, back up into second place. And that, I believe, is Wilhelms and Merrick once again. Wilhelms having to defend. I think he did have to re-overtake Merrick once again. Merrick a lot closer outside the corner this time. Going to draw alongside. Up into turn 4. Don't think he got the move done. And I can see that Alex is wait, there we go. Oh, Wilhelms has gone round. Unfortunately, I went blind there for a moment, but Wilhelms has gone round. So that's why I wasn't really saying anything, because I wasn't really sure what was going on. But Case Wilhelms has made a mistake somewhere, and it's gone round, drops to P6. And Adam Woodward in the back, Academy car, all over the back. Give Ross the drink. Yes, please. I'd love a drink. That was a subtle hint to my dad if he's watching. Please make me a cup of tea. Thank you. Case Wilhelms running a bit wide. Those tyres going to be very warm after that spin. Woodward with the DRS, of course. DRS rules apply as you'd expect. If you're within a second of the car in front and you're in a DRS range, you got DRS. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And Adam Woodward utilising that, and of course most of the Formula Track rules similar to that of Formula 1 in real life. Of course this is a Formula 1 style league, so you can expect to see same points, same, well, roughly the same regulations. the similar style of cars as well. Obviously, these are Formula Hybrid 2021 cars, the latest of the Formula Hybrid series, made by the wonderful guys over at Race Sim Studios. Woodward was having a look there, but I think he's too far back to have a go, and he is. So he's going to try and get a good exit on Willems here. Willems very smartly parks on the apex. Oh, Linda's off! Mario Linda off the road. Unsure what happened there. He must have just given it a bootful coming out of turn 3. Oh no, and that's out of Woodward round as well. So, oh no! That's Robbie Arthur! What is going on? Anyone else? Okay, thank you. My goodness me. Well, we were expecting a race of high attrition. That's what we're getting at the moment. Carter Jackson trying his best to try and chase down the recently spanned Mario Linda, but can't do anything at the moment. Well, yeah, we were expecting a race of high attrition. Now, Christoph, you're the driver steward. You're an expert on this. Track limits. Of course, when you go off, the game is like, oh, no, you've got to cut track because you went off the road. That's not the case. And there seems to be a few drivers who don't actually know the track limits rules. So why don't you explain to everyone at home what the track limits rules are in Formula Child, so everyone is crystal clear and we don't see anyone breaking the rules ever again.
So the rule is to have 2 wheels on the track, and by track we mean not the white lines, we mean the white lines and the curb. So you have a lot of runoff at this track. You can brake on the curb with 2 wheels off the track. That is allowed. If you go off, the runoff is still slippery, you probably lose time. So this track is actually not critical on track limits. At least from our stewarding point of view.
Well, there you are. Thank you, Christoph. Mario Linda round again as Woodward got past Thompson. Again, Linda just needs to come in. I think, yeah, that's, well, the Challenger split is for drivers to learn and to improve as Hepner comes into the box. And I think that one of the things that a lot of drivers need to pick up on is well, there's no engine noise for starter from Mario Linda, which is very bizarre.
He had issues in qualifying and was sent into the Shadow Realm. That's why his engine noise has disappeared.
Well, that makes sense. Meanwhile, his teammate Mike Thompson can't keep it pointing in the right direction as he spins. Nicholas Shepard comes in from P2. So, this is the first of our leaders to bite the bullet, the first of our leaders to come in. What tyres does he go on to? That's the next question. Next question, apologies. Oh. No, hang on. No, there you go. Yep, C2 tyres there. Will it be a one-stop? I don't know. Could be a bit tight towards the end. The C2s seem to be the preferred race tyre this year. As he heads out, he's back out in P9. Last in the C3s were the tyres to be in the race. Of course, the tyre is you get 5 compounded tyres. C1 being the hardest, C5 being the softest, of course, if you don't know what that means. Softer the tyre, the more grip it has, but the quicker it wears out, and vice versa for the harder the tyre. And well, last season, C3 is the middle tyre, the most grip and for the most durability trade-off was the preferred race tyre. This season, it seems to be the C2s. And, well, yeah, one of the things that these drivers, I think, need to pick up on is that when they have a spin, to immediately come in, because your tyres are done, mate. Just give up. That set's ruined. You need to ship them off for a newer model. There is your race leader, Oliver Gibson, in the number 45 Lioness racing car. Doing a spectacular job out there, if I must say so myself. 5 seconds is the gap back to Turner in P2. And I don't want to commentator's curse it, but we haven't seen a mistake yet from him. Andrea Canini, P10 as it stands. Coming under attack from Thompson behind. Well, Alex, I guess my next question for you, as I ask you yet another question, is Bahrain is a track where you can defend well, but, you know, it's also a track where you can attack well. So who really has the upper hand in these battles?
Yeah, so it's all. Oh, there's I think Thompson goes around the outside at turn 1. Really impressive move there. Yeah, it's a really good track for battling because the switchback here is so powerful. The corners are very, very open on exit, and you can take many different lines through when you're battling. So you can, yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, obviously, as usual, the faster car will overtake, and the DRS is also very powerful. We have 3 zones here, so you know it's all very situational. Here in Formula Trout, we all have the same car, unlike real motorsport, so that makes it a little, you know, you can clearly see who are the better drivers. No offense to the drivers, but you know, the timesheets don't lie as it is. So yeah, it's a good race. It's a good track for battling, as we can clearly see. There's action all over the field at the moment, just as some of the cars are starting to pit. As you said before, Shepherd's pit. He's come out in traffic, which really isn't ideal. You really have to look at the lap times here, because if Gibson, Turner in clear air, you know, they have 5 seconds, and as long as there's no traffic, they can maybe run an overcut here. So yeah, I'm not sure how it's going to go. You also said it might be a 2-stop, might be a 1-stop. I have a feeling it'll be a 1-stop if Shepherd goes for the move on Woodward. So yeah.
We'll just have to wait and see, I suppose, on the pit stop on that. Is a textbook move by Nicholas Shepherd up the inside. As you said, though, yeah, in a very wide open corners. I think it's helped a lot by Assetto Corsa's dirty air physics not being as brutal as real life, shall we say, in that you can actually follow a car through a corner without hitting your own tyres. So you can kind of get away with it, which is why quite often the racing here in Formula Trout is quite good on occasions. You know, sometimes it's all right. Actually, borderline enjoyable. That was a joke. Again, don't fire me, Nick Kilgore, please. But yeah, there is Nicholas Shepherd, as we said. Yeah, just running P8 at the moment. But yeah, not ideal coming out in traffic like that. You would really want to be in clear air. Gibson's put another 4 seconds on Turner in the meanwhile, almost 7 seconds ahead now of the driver in P2. And, on board with the engineless Mario Linda, who, if you weren't here earlier and didn't hear, he got sent into the void in qualifying, clipped through the track. Now he has no engine noise. Here's a driver with engine noise, Nicholas Shepherd, watching this battle in front. Linda goes to the inside of Jackson, gets the move done, closes the door on the exit as well. Jackson isn't going to take no for an answer, because they're going to go 3 wide down the straight potentially. They've all got the slipstream, they've all got DRS. It's a big battery dump from all 3 as well, I'm sure. We could be seeing Shepherd getting a double overtake here. That's phenomenal from Shepherd. Gets past both of them. Oh no, he's run super wide though on the exit of the corner. Just didn't get on the brakes early enough. Didn't get on the anchors soon enough, and he's lost all that time. He's going to lose another position. That could be a crucial mistake for Nicholas Shepherd. Looks like he will hold on to P8 from Adam Woodward. But that could be crucial in the fight for the lead of this race. Unbelievable stuff there. Nicholas Shepherd, will that be his main mistake? Mike Thompson around in the Griffin Gaming red car now as well. Once again, Bahrain a race of attrition. Which is, I think, what we were expecting. Of course, again, a lot of drivers have been struggling with the car so far this season. Well, lots of spins here last year when the cars had a lot more downforce. So, you know. Oh, and that's wide from Jackson. That should allow Linda. Nope, it doesn't. Linda's still behind. It's like watching Formula E, isn't it? It's a bit weird like this. Oh well. Mario Linda without an engine. And Shepherd's already caught back up to them after running wide. My goodness me. Shows how much pace he's got when he's in clean air. Oh, no, and that's very wide from Carter Jackson. So Linda will be getting through. Will Shepherd try and follow? Staying in the toe. Oh, big squeeze there from Carter Jackson. Shepherd has to dart over to the inside. Could have ended in curtains. Jackson's managing to hold on for the time being. Shepherd still in P8. Bit of wheel spin over the curb. Here we go. A big battery dump. DRS wide open. He's stuck behind both of them still. That may be open on the inside. Power down. This would be a nice last-minute move. I think he will get this move done. He does get this move done. Up to P7 he goes. Just Mario Linda to get past. Then he's in clear air. There is. Oh, Linda with a big wobble on the exit of the hairpin. Somehow keeps it in P6. That could have been curtains for him. Nicholas Shepherd continuing to push. Weaving, trying to see if there's a gap. There just isn't.
I do want to point out that Nicholas Shepard has already 2 DRS penalties, resulting in 6 seconds added after the race.
Thanks, Christoph. It's nice having a live student here. So there you are. 2 illegal DRS usages. Whoa, goodness me. Linda just stopped halfway down the straight. What was going on there? 2 illegal DRS usages even for Nicholas Shepherd, who will have 6-second time penalty at the end of this race. Case Wilhelms into the pits. Yeah, first liners. I think Gibson may have had a moment there because he just cropped up as a yellow on screen, but he's so he must have just gone off track slightly. But indeed, it will be Wilhelms next to the leaders into the pits. Yeah, Light is leader, or rather a team boss. He's been okay so far tonight. Again, was superb last time out in Australia. And had a very strong last season, of course, finishing best of the rest that year in P3 behind Bag and TC Esports. That was a Woodward off the road there, I think, in the middle. No, it's not. Is that Bernabé? It is Bernabé again. Angle Bernabé. Oh, just having a rough night, isn't he?
He's also still on the C4 tire. I think he's yet to pit.
Well, that's keen, isn't it? That's bizarre. I mean, the C4 tyre can barely go 10 laps without a spin. And he's at about 5 at this point. Yeah, just Angle Bernabé. Oh no, he has had a stop, so he's coming for the C4s again. Right, okay. Not gonna judge, I suppose. Christoph Turner exits the pits. Still in P2. Oh, that's because Jace Merrick came in behind. So Turner and Merrick in. Turner stays ahead of Dolciotti, who's yet to box. Merrick does not. Linda in as well. Jackson gets past Merrick, so Merrick's got to pick his way through traffic. There is the young American. The solo 106 driver. You are allowed to be a solo driver in the Challenger Series. You cannot be a solo driver in the Master Split. You do have to be a member of a team. But if you're quick enough, that opportunity will certainly arise. Of course, there is a very, very volatile driver market here. Well, in the sim racing world in general and in Formula Trout.
He's actually a Nova driver, a Nova Academy driver. Just signed last race, so...
Is he?
It seems they haven't got his car ready yet, no, so...
Oh. Well, he was an individual solo driver last time out, I think, wasn't he?
No,
Yes.
he drove for Bell M Sport, and then he signed for Nova Academy.
Oh, yeah. Well, Ben M Sport didn't have a livery last time, which is why I was like, oh. I'm just looking through my my driver list now. Yeah, you're right. So Jason Merrick was at Bell M Sport, who didn't have a livery, and haven't turned up tonight either. And well, he's now at Nova Finlandia Academy, and hasn't got a livery again. He's alongside Alistair Pollock, I believe. Yes, he is. Pollock currently running down in P15. I believe he got caught up in that first lap incident down at turn 1. There is your race leader. 10.5 seconds back for Ollie Gibson as he heads out of the pits. Yeah, don't worry, Alex. I was on it, mate. I was making it all sound dramatic. That's what I do. I talk about pretend racing cars. That's kind of my job. Which sounds really, really sad when you put it like that, but I won't let it affect me. Oh, that was wide from Shepherd.
Something was strange there. It looks like Dolciotti just let Shepherd through. I think they are in a sister team, so
They are in a sister team, yeah. So Dolciotti is in the sister team to Shepherd. The guys over at Horizon have got about 1 billion different teams, so stick with me. Dolciotti is at Sunset Racing. No, hang on, what? No, he's at Horizon Racing Team. There's also Horizon Autosport, which is where Nicholas Shepherd is at. And actually, I think Horizon Autosport's the second team, but Shepherd's doing a great job out here. You've also got Sunset Racing, which is another team. Rising Sun Racing are unrelated, but have this like a similar name. So there's 4 teams whose names all have to do with the sun. Mike Thompson around again. Coming out of turn 4. Where else would it be? It's turn 4. Oh my goodness me. There's Stephen Hepner. Oh my goodness me. That's Adam Woodward. Sometimes I really just... my brain just departs my body. Jace Merrick, fastest lap of the race, a 129.871, getting close to Schilder's total. Oh, Chevy Hufana! As I said though, we are getting close to Andreas Schilder's lap record. And Angle Bernabe! Oh my goodness me, that was dangerous. That was dangerous, that could have been a big old accident. Pollock's round again. Bahrain proving a tricky customer once again here in the Formula Trout Premier Series. Oh, that was a big locker from Hepner on the inside. He's a bit far back on Woodward this time. Might have some front wing damage as well, which won't help his drag coefficient down the straight. Carter Jackson in the totally not an R25. And there is Mike Thompson in the Griffin Gaming red car in P13. Can't quite get ahead of Jackson, but he'll have the benefit of warmer tyres. Christoph Turner has been done by Shepherd for P2, so Shepherd's back up to P2 now. There goes Mike Thompson, as I predicted, down the inside. Oh, it's not done yet. Oh, no! Holy smokes, what a save from Carter Jackson! Somehow, both of them didn't end up in the wall. I was convinced that was an accident. My goodness me, take a bow, Carter Jackson. Awesome save. Awesome save. Wow. Wow, I'm actually lost for words. That was amazing. Jace Merrick squeezes by into P4. Dolciotti being quite sensible and not putting up too much of a fight for the faster guys who are now fighting their way back through the unboxing pack. There's Adam Woodward. There is Andrea Canadian, now Adam Woodward once again. These two have been separated by about a second since they're coming together. So we will surely... oh, Merrick in the lead. What? No, timing board glitch. Ignore it. Bound to happen at some point. Happens every race. Ericsson P3. Turner, though, right behind. Actually, no, yeah, Merrick's got past Turner. That is a point. And, yeah, what's happened there? Jace Merrick has got past Christoph Turner. Has he? No, is it a timing glitch? Or... no, he has. Turner's gone round somewhere.
Yeah, I think coming out the pits, the first few laps he made a mistake, and then just again he must have gone round, lost even more time, gone from 2nd to 4th, which is quite disappointing because he seems to be going into the pits again. Must have overheated his tyres or something. Bit of a disaster for him. He'll have to fight his way back up.
Indeed. Just, yeah, shame for him. But, well, what can you do sometimes? What can you do? There, coming out of the pits is the one and only Mr. Turner. And makes his way out, down to P7. And he gets on his way very, very promptly. But big shame for him. Mario Linda gets promoted to P6 in the time being. There is Stephen Hepner. Trying to get to P9 around Adam Woodward. As we well, we are now over halfway in this race here in Bahrain. Round 2 of the Formula Trout Premier Series Challenger Split. And of course, we've got all of the Master Split action to bring you afterwards as well. So never fear, Trout is here to bring you an action-filled Saturday evening. Hepner just doing what he can. Oh, no, Shepherd! Shepherd's round! Merrick's up to second! What? What? Just... Sometimes you just want to give up. Willems gets through as well. Willems up to P4. Dolciotti's in P3. Willems will catch and pass Dolciotti shortly, I presume. I just... just drive the car good. I don't know. That's all I've got to say, really. Alex, can you drive car good?
Not round here.
Christoph, can you drive car good?
Yes, but also backwards at occasions.
Well, looks like these two are going to be disappointments later. Oh well, it's not anything. It's not like they're not used to it or anything.
Rude.
Again, that was a joke. Don't fire me, Mr. Kilgore. Thank you. Shout out to Mr. Kilgore Trout, owner of Formula Trout, for being a legend and letting me say what I want about his league and not really caring. It's always nice things, don't worry. Hepner looks to the outside of Woodward. Woodward goes for the squeeze in the defence. Hepner goes around the outside. Runs out of road! That's a huge coming together! Hepner into the barriers. Woodward got away scot-free. Just got on the, put the loud pedal down too early. Span up the rears. Nice bit of green ground there. And Willems up to third, so it's now Lioneers 1-3. Case Willems moving forward. That is his plan for certain. Of course, they are Constructors' Championship favourites coming into this season. Finished P3 last year in a fantastic debut year, or season rather, for the team. There are 2 seasons in a year. I say this every time, I'm sorry. And Case has been dead set that this year they're going to win. And so far, it has been a very, very solid effort in Australia. P2 and P3. Currently in Bahrain, P1 and P3. Case is also technically leading the Drivers' Championship. Samuel Ward, who won last time out in Australia, is up in the Master Split already. So, Case is technically your Championship leader, I guess. After this, though, I think it will be Ollie Gibson. Yeah, it will be Ollie Gibson by quite some distance as well. Looking at, 7-8 points or something like that. No, wait. No, actually, I lied. It'll only be a couple points. 2 or 3. Ignore me. There's Luca Dolciotti, who is putting in a big, big shift on those C3 tyres. And tyres, very important around here, aren't they, Alex? Oh, Carter Jackson.
Yeah, here, in Melbourne we ran the C4s. Well, most of the teams ran the C4s in practice, but actually it turned out in the race, C3s were the way to go in qualifying. So it's C3, C2, and here even more so. The C4s, they work, but they're super, super hard. They don't last very, well, soft I should say. They don't last very long. And they just overheat, so yeah, they're definitely not the tyres you want to be on. I think we've got a few people on them. C3 to C2 seems to be the most common strategy, but yeah, a lot of people doing 2 stops. You make a mistake and it puts you in the wall. You need to fix the damage. New set of tyres. You don't want flat spots, so just throws everything out the window once you've done that, basically.
Well, indeed. Ollie Gibson, though, is currently doing a monster job on those C2s. Oh, Nicholas Shepherd running the curb there. Another easy mistake to make. Oh, and Chevy Hafana facing the wrong way there. Another very, very easy mistake to make. Turn 10 is just a horrible corner, isn't it? It's Bahrain's one of my favourite circuits, so it's one that I like, but I acknowledge that it's horrible. Corners that I also acknowledge are horrible at tracks I don't like include turn 1, 2, 3 at China. And that's about it. I hate China at the Shanghai International Circuit. It's a terrible track. If Formula Trout goes there, I will resign on the spot, Kilgore. I'm not even joking about that one. We are never, ever having a race at that track. That is... I know we've got a race that's still to be confirmed in this championship, by the way. Don't. I know you're watching, Kilgore. Don't.
We have
This
actually
isn't a
raced.
warning, that's a threat.
We have actually raced at Shanghai Circuit before. It was not the worst race. The straight there provides quite interesting racing because of obviously the overtake opportunities. So never say never.
Well, I hate the track and we're never going there again. On the subject of races, well, we've had one in Melbourne. We're currently in Bahrain for round 2. On the 2nd of October, we'll be heading over to Mugello for round 3 for the Italian Grand Prix, changing over from Monza, moving a lot earlier in the season as well. Then over, changing tracks in Germany as well, to Hockenheim for round 4, Baku for round 5. That'll be an interesting one. It's always exciting in other sims, so I'll be interested to see how it does in Assetto Corsa. Silverstone for round 6, then that to be confirmed round that should definitely not be the Shanghai International Circuit for round 7. Then we've got the classics Spa and Barcelona. And then to Kyalami for round 10, which should be phenomenal. I love Kyalami, it's a great circuit. And of course, here in sim racing, we don't have to worry about it being a grade 2 track and not being safe enough. And then to finish off the season, it's the same 2 as last year to Suzuka and Interlagos on the 5th of the 2nd, 2022, and the 19th of the 2nd, 2022. So you can go and spend Valentine's Day practicing because you love your cars and you love your teams that much. I guess you could say sitting inside your car, but that would sound a bit wrong, so I won't say that. It's not 9 o'clock yet. There is Nicholas Shepard in P4, desperately trying to fight Case Wilhelms, but Case, a stoic driver under pressure, rarely makes mistakes when the pressure is applied, and that's what he's doing right now. Of course, he is Mr. Consistency here in Trout. You will not find a more consistent driver than Mr. Wilhelms. And that is what he's good at, is absorbing pressure and just consistently hitting his marks all race long. He is a nightmare to try and overtake. And that is what gets him points. That's what got him 3rd in the Drivers' Championship last season. Alistair Pollock round again. That's what got Case 3rd in the Championship last season, 3rd in the Constructors last season. And well, it's what got him 2nd place in Australia. Of course, Australia, crazy race. We just saw so many spins there. In the Master Split, we saw the lead changed 4 times in that race, and that's because every single new leader span at some point, which is how Tarek Batata was able to win on his Trout return, which was just an incredible story. And then again, it was Spin City in the Challenge Split as well. That's what we're seeing here today. I think we were always expecting that's a bit wide there. We were always expecting a race of attrition again. That's it's what we saw last year. I keep saying last year, last season, season 8. Bahrain was the opening round. And now with these cars where they've got lower downforce on the rear, of course, the RSS Formula Hybrid 2021 car, which utilizes a different floor as per the 2021 regulations in Formula 1 that produces less downforce. So a few drivers struggling with that, especially when you consider it's still got the same power as last year. Of course, 990 brake horsepower, roughly 675 Newton meters of torque, only weighing in at 752 kilos as well, easily hitting 340 kilometers an hour, and that's not even in Monza trim. So it's a very quick machine made by the guys over at Race Sim Studios. Of course, we've been using their cars for quite some time now. The RSS Formula Hybrid Series kind of being the staple car of the Formula Trout Premier Series. And then in the other series that we're on as well, because there are 2 series here at Formula Trout, we've got the Sprint Series as well. We usually run virtual racing cars. VRC, that's Carter Jackson off the road there. Another jet. Oh, they're just not having a good time, are the Americans tonight? But yeah, we typically use VRC cars. Last season we were using the VRC Formula Lithium, which is a take on the Gen 2 Formula E regulations. This season in Sprint Series, we are using the Formula North America 2021, which is a take on the IndyCar regs for this year. Here is Christoph Turner fighting his way through. Pollock was around there at the last corner, I think. Yes, he was. Just saw a flash of white side pod, and he is coming into the pits immediately. And Turner all over the back of Linder at the moment. Oh, Shepherd trying to go around the outside. He's forced wide by Case Willems. He's still in the slipstream though. This is a very tricky section though. He's able to have a dive into the hairpin at turn 8. No, he is not. Willems holds onto the position for time being with 10 laps to go here. And Willems, as I said, just superb under pressure. Never makes mistakes when there is a driver behind him. And, well, we do know that Lioneers are the clear favourites for the Constructors' Championship this year, and I have no complaints about that because they're a lovely bunch of lads, and I'd be so excited to see what Case could do in the Master Split. Of course, if your team is victorious in the Challenger Split, your team gets promoted to the Master Split. So you don't just get offered a seat in the Master Split, your team can get promoted, so you can take yourself up there. The last season's Challenger Split champions, Bag Motorsports, now up there with Giovanni Amorum and Bruno Amorum. They actually set up a Bag Academy down here in the Challenger Split, and as well, you will find that Agnes Resistis, last season's Challenger Drivers Champion, found his way up as well, got himself a seat at TC Esports. Then, of course, as you'd expect, you've got, well, I mean, Max Hammerlink, reigning champion over at Nova Finlandia. Well, I do not believe that he's racing tonight. I'll just double check that because he might be coming in last minute. Oh, he is. There you go. So, there you go. Max Hammerlink back again tonight. He wasn't supposed to be racing this season, but he's decided he is, the reigning champ. Again, I don't expect much. He's not really putting a lot of effort into this season, shall we say. Maxi Junger sums it up best. If you don't know Maxi, he is Trout's most successful driver with 2 Premier Series titles to his name, a Sprint Series title and a Codemasters title back when we used to run on the F1 games, along with something like 21 victories in the Premier Series. And he is taking a sabbatical this season after fighting with Oscar Williams for the last season's Sprint Series championship. And, you know, he just sums it up as saying it is so, you know, just tiring winning a Trout championship because you have to put in so much effort, you know, weekend after weekend. You have to practice so much and just be on it for a whole season. It is, you know, mentally and physically destroying. You know, these guys aren't professional. They might get paid a bit of money here and there. You know, there's, you know, a little bit of money in Trout. It's not exactly F1 esports, for example, but it's, you know, not a free look. A few teams do compensate their drivers for their time, but it's this isn't their job. You know, these guys do have lives outside of it. They do have jobs. I know, crazy to think about it. Oh, Case Willems off the road. Apparently, yep. Case Willems down to P4. Case Willems has had a moment, and Nicholas Shepherd has snuck through into P3. So, looking like it may not be 2 podiums in a row for Case Willems. On board with Christoph Turner once again. As I was saying though, these guys do have lives. I know, shocking, isn't it? You know, they do have careers. Some of them have families to look after. So not all of their time can go into sim racing. And when you're just putting in that much effort, you know, you just get mentally destroyed. It's so tough when you're trying to do so much at once with your real life and your virtual racing life. So often you'll see, you know, you'll see drivers having off years, for example. Andreas Schilder last season. Oh, wow! Great save, Stephen Hepner there. New lap record of 129.369. Wait, am I lying? I think I'm lying.
It's a personal best.
It's a personal best. I am lying. Oh no. You're like a second off the lap record. Sorry. It's a personal best though. You know, you'll often see champions having an off year. Andreas Schilder, for example, last season wasn't overly competitive. This year, though, he's looking like he might have that spark back, and you'll be seeing that hopefully later today if he's in. I know, I don't think he is, because Christoph, you're driving, aren't you?
Yes.
Alright, so you won't be seeing that later, because Christoph's stepping in for Andreas, but he certainly was there last week, and he was certainly looking back to his old self. Mario Linder running wide there. And, getting up though into P5 as a result. I know he's still in P5, apologies. Oh no! Was that what?
I think a lapped car might have hit him.
Yeah, did Turner? Was there contact there between Turner
Yes.
and Hafana?
Yes. He, the back marker rear-ended him.
Wow, so Chevy Hafana's run into the back of Christoph Turner there.
I think it was
Wow.
Carter Jackson.
Oh no, Carter Jackson, apologies. But yeah. Wow. That's not something you see every day. Reminds me of Juan Pablo Montoya, Brazil, 2003. No, 2002, apologies. On track to win his first ever Grand Prix. And Jos Verstappen mounts his rear wing. And James Allen had a great line that time, and I think it just got deleted off YouTube for some reason, because I can't find that clip with James Allen's commentary anymore, but it is my favourite commentary moment in history. From one commentator to another. You did a good job there, James. Good job, lad. It was a good call on that Montoya crash. I liked it. Mike Thompson's going round as well. Anyway, what I was trying to say... yeah, Andreas Schilder, blah blah, Maxi Jinger, yeah. I mean, we've only ever seen one back-to-back champion in track history. That was Paul Magzire, season 5, no, season 6 to season 7, apologies. No, season 5 to season 6, yeah. Only ever back-to-back Trout champion, which is a big feat. Yeah. He did a solid job there. Let me just say that from the Irish driver. You will be seeing Paul Magzire later. He was leading the race in Australia, and one of the drivers who suffered a spin over at his new team, the New Boys on the Block DHF1, run by David Halligan, who's left Dockstand to find his own team, and immediately got off to some rather good success. 5 laps to go here then in the Challenger split race. And Ollie Gibson has been impeccable so far. 16 seconds is the gap to Jace Merrick in P2. The young Brit has... Well, I don't really have anything else to say. He's been absolutely phenomenal, hasn't he? We had glimpses of it last time out. He did come home in P3. And we did see glimpses of it last season when he made his Trout debut. But he's coming now and looking to win his first Challenger Series race. I think. Hang on a second. Driver's stand show. Let me just check that he didn't win a race last season, because that would be really quite embarrassing, wouldn't it? No, he didn't. He got a couple podiums, but never got a win. But now is his time to shine. With just a few laps to go, he could probably cruise home, and he'd still take a very sweet victory at this point. Gonna say goodbye to our resident live steward, who hasn't done that much live stewarding for us, Christoph Berzer, because he's got to go to the driver's briefing. Thank you very much for joining us, Christoph, and good luck for the race.
Thank you. See you later, hopefully. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
See you later. Alex should be off to the briefing, but he's not, because I'm stealing him for the streaming and the broadcast, because Alex does the broadcasting. Alex is one of the Master Split drivers there. You're off at Griffin Gaming, aren't you, this season? I think?
Yeah, moved from Nova last season to Griffin. You know, it's a great team. Quite happy to be there. The chance for the championship, both drivers and constructors, if everything goes to plan. So, yeah.
I mean,
hopefully, go on.
Yeah. Leads into a good question. Obviously, how are you feeling over at Griffin? New environment. Got off to a good start with a P4 last time out in Australia. You know, how are you feeling looking forward?
Yeah, it's a really happy to be there. You know, they've got. I'm sure you know they're partnered with the Horizon guys in Challenger Split, so that's some data. We talk, you know, get setups, that kind of thing. Obviously, it's a little weird for me because I run a DAC Racing, my own team, which a little unique on the grid. I think I'm the only driver to do that, but you know, it's one of those things. I drive for myself as much as I like my team to succeed. So yeah, no complaints. Great team. Griffin's hopefully for the championship this season, maybe.
Well, fingers crossed for you. And well, how's things over at DAC as well? You know, how things looking?
Yeah, really good, to be honest. We had a little rocky season last season. Christoph Turner, who's on track at the moment, was supposed to be joining us, returning after a season out, but unfortunately He had some problems with his steering wheel, problems with his rig, couldn't start many races. I think he only did 3 and he DNF from 2 of them, unfortunately. But yeah, this season, Tarek came back. He was the first race winner for DAC Racing back in season 5, I believe. Partnered with the other race winner for DAC Racing, Dave Southwood, and yeah, as showed last time out, managed to return to the top step of the podium for the first time in a few seasons.
Yeah,
so
winning first time out. It's not a well, first time out when he's back.
Yeah,
which,
exactly.
Isn't bad going.
Yeah, so it's yeah, looking good for both Griffin and DAC Racing for the season ahead.
Well, there's still plenty in store to come across the season. We'll have our fingers crossed here, of course. Now, Alex, you had the honour of being the first ever winner of a Challenger Split race back in Australia in Season 7. You had the honour and the glory of taking that title. Ollie Gibson currently on track to win his first ever Challenger Split race. What's the emotions like when you kind of sat in the car at this point? You know you're getting to the end. You know you're in the lead by quite some distance. What's going on in your head? What's going on in your gut? How does it feel?
Yeah, so I'm sure he's probably won many sim racing races before. Trout is the most prestigious of them all, obviously. Challenger Split, maybe the second prestigious behind Master. So yeah, the nerves will be there, but he has a nice 13 second gap to the car behind. Only 2 laps remaining. No need to push. His tyres will be solid. The car will be solid. It's not like he's thrown the car around, spun 3 times, and he just happens to be in the lead. He's clearly a driver in tune with the car, in tune with the track. He's in the position he's in because of that, and yeah, I think the nerves will be there, but calm as you can be, leading potentially your first Challenger Split win, first Trout win. So yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're no strangers to winning races. Of course, you won in the Master Split back in Season 7 in the Netherlands. And of course, you had the honour of being the first Challenger Split race winner as well. So you know more about it than I do, because I've never even done a trout race, let alone win one. And if I did try and do one, I'd either highly embarrass myself or probably break my wheel after I lobbed it out the window in sheer frustration. So yeah, you're kind of the one to talk about that. And of course, thanks for letting me steal you as well, because you should be in a driver's briefing right now, as always. But no, you're here, broadcasting the race for all the lovely people at home. And hello if you are watching at home. Thanks for joining us. Don't be afraid to like, subscribe, blah blah blah. Helps out everyone here. Do appreciate it. And it's super helpful to have everyone along. A lot of effort goes into organising this championship and these races. So it's yeah, nice to see you all, shall we say. That is Sheffy Hafana well off the road at turn 1. That's a big accident there. So not entirely sure what's happened, but he's gone well off the pitch. Very bizarre incident. I think that could be it for Chevy Hafana. He's just kind of sitting there, isn't he? Well, let's just say yellow flags are out, because we don't have a safety car in Formula Trout. Well, we did once, and it actually did all right, to be fair. Shout out to Max Hammerlink that one time last season for being our safety car driver. There's Stephen Hepner facing the wrong way slightly, and Chevy Hafana has actually escaped back to the pits, I think, so he is out of this race. Yes, he is. Chevy Hafana retires from the race. I think he might still be classified because it's very close to the end, but his on-track action is done for the night. Mario Linda, another driver who's had a lot of woes, into P5 though, chasing down Case Willems for P4. However, it's getting into last chance saloon. Is he able to do anything? As Chevy Hafana does officially retire from the session. And Alistair Pollock, another off there as well. Just had a rough night. He has not been able to get that car connected to the road, it would seem, which is unfortunate. There's on board with Mario Linda with a no noise, which is a weird feeling, but fair enough. Final lap of the race for Ollie Gibson.
In addition to his car having a lack of noise, he seems to have a bit of a kink in his neck as well.
Oh
I've
yeah,
noticed
Mario
he's
Lindner, you
been,
might want to get that checked out, mate. That's not too
Oh,
healthy.
he goes for a move on Williams.
That being said, though, that is very healthy as he tries to dive around the outside into the final corner. He will have DRS and a big dump of hybrid onto the main straight, still alongside Case Willems. Case Willems will have the inside. He's going to pull into the slipstream. This could be a very intriguing braking zone for both of these drivers. Who's going to be bravest? It might be Case. It is going to be Case Willems. No, Linda holds it around the outside. Who gets off in the lead? Case is still there. He closes the door on Mario Linda. How's Linda going to respond? Will he fight back to the inside up into turn 4? No, he does not. Case Willems somehow holds on to P4. Ollie Gibson, though, surely coming to cross the line any moment now. Yes, he does. One final corner to go for the young Brit. Ollie Gibson will come to the line to take his first ever victory in Formula Trout. It's Ollie Gibson who takes round 2 of the Challenger Split here in Bahrain with a superb drive. Jace Merrick somehow going to finish P2 after coming back from spins and drama. Great performance there for the American, and you can see he's very happy with that one as well. Nicholas Shepherd, who was looking so quick in practice, comes home in P3 after drama for him as well. So fair play to them guys. It's all 3 of those drivers' best results ever in Formula Trout, which is awesome. Shepherd does cross the line, so it's Gibson from Merrick from Shepherd. Case Willems just misses out on the podium. Will hold on to P4 though. And it'll be a, and you can see he's delighted, and he's got a victory for the team as well. Case is a man that is more of a team player than anything. He does not mind that Gibson is winning races. He does not feel threatened by Gibson. He is just delighted for the team, I'm sure, that they have gotten their first win this season, their first win since Monza last year. Ollie Gibson takes the win from Merrick, from Shepherd, from Willems. Linda is P5, then it's Turner, Dolciotti, Canini, Woodward, Thompson is your top 10, then it's Arthur, Hepner, Jackson, Bernabe, and Pollock, and then Hufana and Marshall unfortunately dropped out of the race. And Ollie Gibson, well, he is smoking those rear tyres up. And well, it's not quite a NASCAR burnout, but you can see he is happy nonetheless. And it's an interesting place to do a burnout because there's no fans over there. But it is a phenomenal performance from the young Brit to take his first Trout victory here in the Challenger Split. And his team boss Case coming over as well to join him for a few team donuts. That's a screenshot and a half. Case, if I do not see that in my DMs within 5 hours, I'm going to send you an angry message. Because that is a screenshot and a half right there for the Lioneers Racing boys, who increase their championship lead by quite some margin after that one. What a performance for those guys. What a result for those guys. What a race overall for Lioneers Racing, who are firmly making the claim of being championship favourites. And, well, Alex, Ollie Gibson, how about that?
Yeah, really impressive drive. You know, well deserved. He managed the gap after he got the lead and just stayed there basically for the whole race. A little disappointing from, I'm sure Shepherd's quite disappointed in Merrick as well, but yeah, Gibson was right up there the whole time. Didn't even give them a chance to make a move on him. So yeah, well deserved. Great maiden win in Challenger Split for sure.
Indeed, we will have a brief word with the driver in P2, Jace Merrick. Jace, can you hear us?
Yeah, what's up?
Well, that was an entertaining race. Somehow you're P2. What was going on there?
Okay, so I just want to say out there, congrats to Ollie. He drove a hell of a race. I would have won though if everyone didn't play Forza into going into turn 1. That was just ridiculous.
Well,
like that's all I have to say about that.
What's going on, shall we say? But yeah, great job anyway. Yeah, getting back up to two, great performance.
Yeah.
Your first podium as well in Trout. You know, surely that's you must be pretty happy with that nonetheless.
Yeah, it's good, but I wanted that win. Like I really thought that I had the car to win today. But yeah. Like I'm pretty sure who got fastest lap? I think wasn't it Stephen Hepner?
Yes,
I didn't.
it was.
I see. Oh, looking at content manager. It's right in front of me. I'm an idiot. Yeah. Um, but yeah, like that. At least I solidified myself, and I belong here. I belong here, and I really think I can bring home some good points and podiums, and maybe Mugello will get a win. Like, because I'm really looking forward to Mugello. Like, I've never. It's another track that I haven't tried out yet. It's just, yeah.
Well, that's a statement and a half. I belong here. Well, looking like you certainly do, Jay. It's a great performance out there. Thank you very much for joining us, and well done, P2. Let's see what the future holds.
Alrighty, thank you much. See ya.
See you later. That was a Jace Merrick. Now, we're going to pull the Lioneers boys in together because I'm sure they're both delighted. We'll start with your race winner, Ollie Gibson. Your first win in Formula Trout. That must feel pretty special.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. It was a bit mad. I nearly spun on turn 10. C3's got one, but I just I know. Well, even my parents aren't even home, so but they're watching. So I just gotta thank Case and Kilgore and everyone. So yeah, I had fun.
Yeah, it was a pretty phenomenal performance. Case, you're here as well. You must be delighted for your young driver.
It feels great to have a new driver in our team to already win a race for us just in the second race of the season. It's an awesome feeling. He had a great race from what I could see. He had the pace, even though we weren't so positive about the race beforehand. So this is very good for the team now that I believe we are also leading the Drivers' Championship, which is also very, very pleasing. My race wasn't the best. Some of you may remember back in season 8, I also had a spin in the fabled turn 4, and in this race I had as well. I had a battle with Nicholas Shepard. For P3, I already know I had to be at least 6 seconds behind him if I wanted to keep that podium because of DRS penalties. But unfortunately, I spun, which was quite annoying me quite a lot. So unfortunately, I didn't get a podium. But I guess that the race win by Oliver makes up for it.
Yeah, indeed. We're also joined by Jack Smith, Ollie's brother. Jack, you must be pretty proud of that as well.
Yeah, there we go. That's the first one. That's the first one of many, I think.
Oh, well, there you are. I mean, Ollie, you just going to respond to that? You're just going to sit in silence, mate?
Well, I hope it's first of many. We're gonna try and get constructors, which is the main thing. And Jack taught me a lot, so yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's a good question to ask Case, actually. I mean, Case, of course, last season, one of your big mantras, this is our learning season. Next season, we're fighting for it. And, well, 2 races in, you're already establishing yourself as the top team in the Challenger split. I guess the goal is win.
Absolutely, the goal is to win. We want to really try our best to get into the Master Split. That's, I would say, obviously also a main goal, because when we win Constructors, we get the free pass to move on to Master Split. So that's definitely one of our main goals. And yeah, we're going to keep practicing, we're going to keep getting better, and who knows if we're going to get up to the top.
Well, fingers crossed for you guys. I mean, yeah, that's the goal, isn't it, I suppose? Win the championship, get to the top, win some races along the way. Have fun. And, well, I mean, for Jack, I suppose, watch his brother do quite well as well, because that's always fun. Thanks for joining us, you 3. Great result out there, Ollie. Great result out there, Case. Jack, thanks for coming along anyway. You didn't really do much this race, but, you're not in the Challenger split, so go away. You're irrelevant at the moment.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys, and a great job out there.
Thank you. Thanks for commentating.
Thanks for streaming and commentating.
Of course, no problem, guys. It is absolutely our pleasure. Now we are going to move on to our last interview of the night. One Luca Dolciotti finishing in P7. Luca, can you hear us?
Yes.
Well, brilliant stuff. Well, great result for you out there. Just run us through your race. I think that might be one of your best results in Trout so far, I believe.
It's almost. My best is 3 times P6, if I remember correctly.
Ah, well, P7, that's not bad, and especially in a race where, it was vital to basically stay away from other cars. You were going to get killed. P7 must feel pretty special.
Yeah, exactly, and mostly because in practice I had almost 3 seconds of being slow, just of gap between the others. So I think I did the best of being consistent and getting better at the start. So that really did make the difference.
Well, that's great to hear. And well, heading over to Mugello, it's round 3. You surely must be feeling pretty confident, going into that. How are you feeling looking forward?
Home race.
Yeah, exactly.
Surely strange. Maybe race will be because it's a strange track to race with F1s. Never done it in Trout in general. But feel pretty excited, especially for quali. We'll see the race how it goes.
Yeah, well, we'll just have to wait and see. Thank you very much for joining us, Luca, and a very strong result out there. Great job.
Thank you, thank you.
That was a P7 at Luca Dolciotti. And, well, that's all we've got time for here in the Formula Trout Premier Series Challenge Split. Obviously, a big thank you to Alex for joining us and co-commentating and streaming. And, of course, good luck, Alex, in the Master Split as well.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yeah, of course, shout out to Christoph as well for being there. He did all right in well, not really live streaming, which is what we wanted, but we'll take it anyway. Thanks for joining us for the Challenge Split, and as always, make sure you do stick around. The stream will end, but make sure you stay on the page, because in a short while, we'll be going live again with the big boys themselves, the Master Split drivers. It's the one that everyone wants to see, so why would you not see it? Make sure you stick around. We'll be a few minutes.